we first met, when I'm best friends with Eric, and Kristi used to hang around us a lot, and Kristi would, try to be with the boys a little bit, but we, Kristi was nice enough to try to she would get us drinks, and she would try and get us food, and then
he AIM'd me.
Yes, I AIM'd her at my friend John's house, and I told her that I liked her, and I had to keep it secretive because I didn't want anybody to get upset, but turns out it worked out okay.
Yeah. My first impression of Todd, I thought he was just like my brothers, kind of jockey, I would say jockey, confident maybe is a better word to use, confident.
In high school, he started dating my sister, and at the time it wasn't the cool thing to do. It was kind of like, me being the big brother saying, oh, what's going on here? But looking back now, it's probably the best thing to be able to have a kid like Todd, with my sister. And me and my sister were close, but not as close as we are now. I think our relationship has grown too through this.
I don't know, after the first date, I think everyone thought we were gonna hit it off, and I think that it was just, my brother was probably the most shocked, being his best friend. He was dating my best friend. So I think that everyone knew kind of how it was going to turn out.
Kristi had a difficult time in her senior year. She had an unexpected health issue. Todd always showed his love for her. He was by her bedside when she was sick, and she was recovering for many months. And you could really see the true love between Kristi and Todd at that time.
Our first date was at McDonald's, and the dollar menu was first started, and I was hesitant to ask her because at the time I couldn't drive, and then I think I had to get a ride there with her, and we went to McDonald's, and I got her, I believe it was chicken nuggets and a double hamburger off the dollar menu. And I don't think the dollar menu held me. I think I got a double quarter pounder without cheese.
I didn't know then when they were dating in high school. I only knew that they had history when we started dating ourselves. And actually they both were in our wedding, and they weren't together at that time, but we're always like, oh, should we make Todd and Kristi walk down the aisle together, like as a joke? And then it's nice to see that it actually ended up coming back together.
They dated right up until Todd left Herkimer, and then he ended up in Vermont, University of Vermont, to play baseball, and then she stayed at Herkimer. They kind of had their own journey from there, and they went in their own separate ways. Apparently they started talking again, and I don't know, sometimes things are meant to be, and after 10 years later, they were seeing each other again, and this is where we are today.
So how I proposed to Kristi is I went to Joe's Pizza, which is one of my favorite pizzas of all time. And I went down there and I asked them if they could spell out "Will you marry me" with pepperoni on a sausage pizza. And they actually spelled it as Merry Christmas. So it was M-E-R-R-Y instead of M-A-R-R-Y. I told her people were coming over, and she didn't have a clue. And then all of a sudden, I put the pizzas on the stove, and I was kind of pointing to her. I said, Kristi, go grab your mom a slice. Go grab a slice. So she's like, what? She can get her own slice. I said, no. I said, Kristi, go grab a slice. So Kristi went and grabbed a slice, and I taped a note on Kristi's pizza box that said, turn around. And Kristi turned around, and I was on one knee. But what I did for Adeline was I wrote in the pizza, a letter in the pizza. I said, "Can I be your stepdad?" So, yeah.
Yeah.